Okay, we are going to go over the point system, how to earn points and how many points are allowed in a given sale. So you will receive one of these inside of your binder. It is called the packaging and point system. It'll be a piece of paper that's just in the binder. You'll be able to refer to this, but we're going to go over it and explain how it works. So as you can see at the very top, it says a base package starts with 4 points, and that's with a 60-month agreement. The monitoring actually doesn't play into this. So you start out with 4 points in a 5-year contract. Down here it's going to show how you gain more points or how you lose more points depending on what you charge or don't charge to the customer. We've given you guys a lot of flexibility, so this just allows you to customize it to each customer individually. So the first line, as you can see, is if you collect a $99 activation up front. Most of us charge a $99 activation because it gives us 3 extra points of equipment that we're able to give to the customer. It also helps with attrition. So if you collect a $99 activation fee, you'll start with a base of 4 points, and then you'll add 3 to it for 7. Some people like to spread the 99 over 3 months, as you see the second line. What this does is it allows you to charge $33 for 3 different months for the customer if they can't come up with 99 up front. However, this only gives you 1.5 points extra, which would leave you with 5.5 points. If you are giving a little bit more equipment away and you need to charge the customer a little bit more, you could charge a $198 activation fee, which will give you 6 points, or you can spread that over 3 months also for $66 each, and it will give you 4.5 points. The next line is EFT monthly payments. Basically, if you are able to get a voided check from the customer and have the payment come out automatically out of their checking account, we give you another extra point to be able to give the customer. So right there, those first few lines is actually our typical sale. Our typical sale will be 4 points at a 60-month contract with an activation and automatic out of the checking account. That'll give you 8 points to be able to give the customer so you can protect their home. If you go down, you can go up to $599 up front. It's just more weight. If you're giving cameras or other expensive items out, you can charge more up front and obviously be able to give the customer a lot extra without being charged yourself. We do give you the ability to waive the activation fee. What this does, we typically do not recommend this and only really do this on a takeover, because what happens is if you do not get any activation fee from the customer, you will lose 2.5 points. As you can see, if you start with 4 and lose 2.5, you're only left with 1.5. So it's a 5.5 point swing. You're going to want to get good at collecting the $99 activation fees. If you've got a customer that you can't get to do a 5-year contract with, you have one other option, and that's a 39-month contract. However, that will lose you 3 points. So again, not something you want to get in the habit of, because 4 minus 3 is 1. You really don't have any ability to give the customer much equipment. On a manual billing customers, you can see over here, they're required to have you can't have a C credit score to be able to do manual billing. You have to have an A+ or an A credit score. You will lose 3 points. This just means that they can send a check in the mail. Again, convince the customer that EFT, automatic out of their checking account, is better because you gain a lot more points. You can also have it come off of a credit card or a debit card. Any kind of card will lose you a point or 0.5 points. So again, don't get in the habit of that. The MMR. You are able to lower the MMR. It doesn't really go towards points, but you lose $35 per dollar that you lower the monthly monitoring rate, is what that stands for. So our base is $52.99. If you lower that to $51.99, you would lose $35. If you go to the next step, below 625 credit score, you would lose $100 right off of the bat. This is called a C or a mid account. When this happens, you are required to charge $198 of activation fee. And what happens is you automatically lose $100. So for instance, if you only charge a $99 activation fee on a customer that has a C credit, you will lose the $100 for just being a C credit, and you'll also lose another $99 because you only charged $99. Again, $198 is required for a C credit. You can read down below. This to kind of explain some of the stuff that we've gone over. Points, if you go over in points, we charge you $30 per point. We do not pay for positive points because we don't want to get in the habit of not giving the customer a lot of equipment. We want our customers to obviously be protected. So we do allow you to mix and match. If you've got one customer that needs a lot of equipment, the next customer doesn't need hardly any, you can kind of mix and match. So we give you a point bank, so you're able to use a lot of equipment on one house and not so much on the next house, but still not be charged equipment. Again, if you have any questions, you can come talk to me, Jason, and I can go over a few of these things. We're next going to go over some examples. I'll have that on the